If you're new here, welcome in, and if you know me, welcome back to my super secret second channel, More Kofie. And if you're here, you have clearance. So recently, earlier, the NBA Cup courts were dropped, and they look interesting in some capacities, and in other capacities, I'm like, ah, man, what's going on here? But I just wanted to go through and do a tier list of all of the court combinations and the jersey combinations, because I think that those two in tandem really matter. So we're going to do a tier list of the design of each court and the combination with the jersey. So first off, we're starting with the Atlanta Hawks. I really like the red here, and it fits. The color scheme really fits with the trophy a lot, and I like how the trim on the Atlanta as well. Like, this is really cool. And Atlanta Hawks always have a good color scheme. And this is not a bad jersey combination. I mean, the Hawks don't really have bad jerseys anymore in the rotation. So I'm going to put the Atlanta Hawks, I'm going to put them somewhere at, I'm going to go with A tier for now. So Atlanta Hawks in the A tier. Next up, we have Boston. Now, Boston's green court, I don't mind, but it looks like, I don't know if this is how the court's going to look in general, but it looks like the court's going to be different shades of green, and I don't really like that. And while I do usually give the Celtics tax for a lot of these, I do think that their Celtics black jerseys don't get enough credit for being really cool, as you can see here. Also, shout out to NBA Locker Vision for providing all these uniforms. I think the Celtics night jerseys are really, I'm just going to call them the night jerseys. I think the Celtics night jerseys are really cool. So I'm going to give them a B for now. And we can talk about this later if applicable. Next up, we have the Brooklyn Nets. I'm not really a fan of gray courts, and looking at the tier list, we have a lot of gray courts at our disposal. Also, pretty uninspiring. Oh, actually, it's a pretty sleek Nets logo, but I don't know how it really doesn't feel like it really meshes. I feel like Brooklyn, I like when Brooklyn goes cleaner, though. I will take that back. I like it when Brooklyn goes cleaner. So this one's actually not bad in my eyes. But Brooklyn, I feel like they could always do a little bit better. But it is what it is. I feel like this was also a B. Charlotte. Okay, great on Charlotte to do the webbing. I love the Hive is alive on the side here. And, of course, Charlotte has... I love when Charlotte has the best color scheme. I think they have the best color scheme in the league, honestly. Might be the bias. I'm not really a fan of these jerseys, but the court does look really cool. So I'm going to give this an A for now. So that's what I'll give it an A for now. All right, next up, Chicago. Now, again, you've seen what I've said about gray jerseys, but I think what does save this is the pinstripes on the black jersey. If you're looking close, these are the Chicago pinstripes. So I think that in tandem with the Chicago and the Chicago red just pops so brightly as well. So while I don't like gray NBA Cup courts, the Chicago pinstripes do save this. I'm gonna give this one an A. I'm gonna give this one an A for now. Cleveland, it's fine. And what's cool is that the Cleveland Cavaliers, like, it's really close to the trophy, so it looks like really seamless. I'm not really a fan of these jerseys. I don't know. They look like practice jerseys, honestly. So if anything, it's B minus. I'm gonna go with low B here. But the court does look cool. The jerseys don't. So I think that the combination with the two of them, I think that the Cavs could just walk out with better jerseys than that. So that's gonna be B tier for me. Dallas. Okay, so this Dallas Mavericks jersey is clean. The court is fine. I think that the court is fine, pretty strong, and I think that the blues are gonna look really cool on the NBA Cup court. But yeah, it's fine. Nothing to write home about. Doesn't really stand out, but it gets the job done. Next up, Denver. Dude, I am so tired of seeing the 5,280 on the Denver court. I'm sorry. This goes to C instantly just for the numbers. I'm sorry. I just don't like it. Right? These jerseys aren't that bad though. but I just don't like when the court is just like, oh hey, look how high up we are. I don't really rock with that. I'm sorry. And these aren't bad jerseys. This might be C+. This has room for rediscussion later. Detroit, this one's going in the D tier. I'm gonna be so for real. And as a Detroit Pistons fan, it just is because of the fact that we keep wearing these Pepsi jerseys. We keep wearing these, and it gets to be so annoying because, first of all, we don't even win games in them. Like, it's statistically, like, there's a person called Pistons Uniform Tracker on Twitter that tracks every uniform combination. We do not win games when we wear this jersey. The court is fine. It's not saving the stench of these Pepsi jerseys that we keep insisting on wearing. So that's why it's in D tier. Golden State, this kind of feels a little dry. I'm gonna be so for real. And the Golden State Warriors have had great uniforms over the years in terms of just like, you know, they had some of the best sleeve jerseys, except for the one that they started out with the yellow pinstripe ones. They had some of the best sleeve jerseys here. I think this one's kind of just, doesn't really feel. And it's the thing. It was like, I'm never expecting the Golden State uniforms to have anything to do with gray. Like the fact that the court is gray, I'm just not expecting that from the Golden State Warriors. I'm expecting a lot of color, whether it's blue or a yellow. So yeah, that's why it's in C tier. Houston Rockets, I really love the red here. It looks like a really distinct Houston red. And their black jerseys, I mean, Houston has better jerseys, but the black ones are pretty sick. I think this is overall pretty solid. I'm gonna go A on here. There's not an S tier one yet. Indiana, I do like this. I do like this court. I do like the dark blue of it all. And the fact that the yellow is on the outside and not like dude, it makes such a difference when you're looking at a yellow court during the NBA Cup. These jerseys are okay. I feel like if anything, this is going to be B+ tier. I think the jerseys hold it back a little bit because I'm not a fan of the double slant line over here. I'm not really a fan of that. The Los Angeles Clippers, this might be S. This might be S because, first of all, you have the navy blue that I like, but you also have a really strong and like a really strong red on the outside that makes it look clean. But on top of that, I just think that these jerseys are immaculate. These are incredible use of the LA Clippers color scheme and their new logo. My only nitpick maybe would be I wish that the Los Angeles was actually white trim instead of the dark blue, but that's a minor nitpick. This is such a clean court, and their new logo does look dope. Make waves is a funny slogan, but whatever. I think that this is going to look incredibly sick, especially in the Intuit Dome. So A for me. Lakers, this might be D tier, bro. I'm sorry. The Lakers court being yellow is one thing, but I just never have been a fan of whenever the Lakers try this shade of purple. I just don't, it just doesn't feel, whenever the Lakers use this version of yellow and purple, it feels like it's like just going against the traditional like Lakers purple and Lakers gold is so good that whenever like a brighter yellow gets used, it's just like, you're just like, oh, what's going on here? It's not bad, but compared to like the rest of the courts that we see here, it's kind of just hard to look at. I'm sorry. I think it's the only court out of all the NBA courts that is like the bright yellow. And I remember that being really hard to look at last year. It was really tough. I'm sorry. Next up, Memphis Grizzlies. I like how they use the MEM. It's another gray court, but this one kind of makes sense with the subtlety of the blues. I understand why they didn't make it like double blue and make it super, because the double blues does stand out in these really strong jerseys. I wish that there was a little bit of yellow on this court, but I understand why they didn't, because there's a little bit of yellow on the jersey. Maybe there was like a little bit of yellow somewhere in here. Only gripe. That's the only gripe. High A. Next up, Miami. It's a little bit of a bright court. It's a little bright. I And the jerseys don't really seem like they stand out compared to the regular Miami Heat stuff. So I also don't like how the Miami is in white, but then the rest of the text on the court is in black. I wish that the consistency part of it is kind of throwing me off. That might be a minor nitpick that I feel like maybe other courts have also, but that just kind of throws me off a little bit. I'm going to go with high C. Next up is Milwaukee. Now, even though I had Milwaukee in my in my not as fun watchable tier, this court is clean. And Milwaukee, I gotta give it to them over the years. They've always been more experimental with their color scheme, whether it's the red and green or the purple and green. And I do like the Fear the Deer, how they use up all the different, like the blues and then the tan, and this is a really clean jersey. And it sucks that it's Kyle Kuzma hoops that we watch in these jerseys sometimes. But yeah, I think this is strong jersey, strong court. I think it's probably an S for me, personally. Again, I don't even have to talk about this, but this is my opinion. So if you guys disagree, then that's on y'all. Next up, Minnesota. Too bright. It's too bright, guys. Too bright. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm older, bro, but the brightness of this is just like... And then these jerseys, I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan when Minnesota does like the neon adjacent colors for some reason. I don't know. I just don't rock with it. It's just me personally. I wish that they went back to the KG darker green instead of this like bright neon green kind of thing. So yeah, not for me. Probably in C tier. New Orleans, same color scheme as the Clippers, but I think actually it's the same jersey color too. I don't think I've ever said this about anything aesthetically New Orleans Pelicans, but this might be S too. This might be S too, guys, because the gold trophy just fits so perfectly with the Pelicans color scheme that it doesn't seem out of place. If that makes sense, like it doesn't seem out of place here, and it's very interesting to see this, right? And it's not like the Pelicans had like a slogan or anything to put here. Like they kept it simple. And again, I've been so critical of the Pelicans jerseys over the years that I wish that they wore more red. I wish that they adopted the Mardi Gras colors. I wish that they did that full time. But this is totally fine. I like this. I like that a lot. New York, I think it's always weird to see the Madison Square Garden court a different color. So that kind of like takes away from it. But I don't think that the court is bad. I do like the city skyline on the bottom. What I do not, these jerseys just always will feel out of place. Like whenever the New York Knicks wear black, I'm just like, that's, it's like a special occasion. It's like a special occasion because they don't usually do that. It's usually the blue and that's because like, I guess because the Knicks have so much like history and aura to them that whenever they do wear a jersey like this, it's like, oh, it feels like this jersey's only made because they were told to make it. It's not like it doesn't feel like it's in the natural order of things. So I'm going to put this at mid B because I don't think that they wouldn't do this if they weren't asked. I feel like other teams, if they were asked, be like, oh yeah, we'll make it this other jersey, where the Knicks are like, it feels like we're forced to. It's kind of what it feels like sometimes. Oklahoma City. I'm usually very harsh on the Oklahoma City, the branding in terms of their logo. It's one of my least favorite logos in the league because it feels like an afterthought, I think. But the fact that the logo isn't really that visible and it's kind of just subtle, it's fine. And Oklahoma City, there are two different blues on the court, which is fine. That's acceptable. I do like the blue. I do like the orange on top of the blue court. And this jersey is fine. This jersey's passable. I'm gonna give this a B minus. B minus. It's fine. It's whatever. Orlando Magic. Okay, now this is a gray court. Might be a little bit biased here. It's a gray court, but I like the stars and I like the outside trim of it and how it matches this jersey, which is one of their new alternates. And for those of you that don't know, this alternate is a throwback to like the old 90s, I think, warm-ups. So there's a little bit of history and storytelling behind it as well. I'm gonna give this a high A. I don't think it's an S tier court because I just wish maybe if the court was a different color, maybe. But I feel like a lot of these courts, the NBA Cup courts, are gray because they feel like a white court would be too experimental. That's what my theory is. I'm not sure if I can confirm that, but that's what it kind of feels like. Anyway, but that's a good jersey, good court combination. It's fine. Philadelphia, really good. It's not as clean as the darker blues of the Clippers and the Pelicans, but the Philadelphia one is very good. I'm going to give this high A. I might move this to low S. But the stars being cut off, I wish the stars weren't cut off, but that's just a minor nitpick. I like the brotherly love thing. I love when the Sixers wear red. I feel like when the Sixers wear red, it just feels right. Next up, Phoenix. It makes me upset that there's no purple here. I think there might have been purple last year, but there's barely any purple. There's barely any purple on the black jersey that they're about to wear. The court is just orange. And again, Phoenix has one of the strongest color schemes in the league, but it's an A minus. Actually, it's a B plus. It's good, but knowing that the Suns have purple and there's no purple here. Also, Suns up. I didn't know that was the slogan. Suns up is crazy. I'm gonna put it down a little bit. Same tier, but just a little bit lower. Portland. It feels like a different type of gray than the other courts that we've been seeing, and the red makes it pop. It's not my favorite Blazers red jersey, but it works. Rip City runs deep. Not a bad slogan. We're gonna put that one with A minus. That's gonna be A minus for now. Sacramento. Now, Sacramento is interesting because it feels like a lot's going on here somehow, even though it's like a very subtle, subdued color scheme. And the reason why I say it feels like a lot's going on, because if you look at the jersey, it's like the split purple and black gradient, and it's like you see the checkerboard here, and then you have Sac Proud. I think that this one is a C plus. I think it's a C plus. I don't know. It just feels like jarring. I wish there was more purple too. I wish that there was more purple, especially because if all the purple is going to be on this jersey, I wish that there's more purple on the court than just the bottom half here. Might just be a me thing. Anyway, San Antonio. It's a lot of gray, dude. A lot of gray, but this is what they do. Like, this is their color scheme, so I can't really fault them for it. I usually like when the Spurs go Fiesta colors, but I understand why they can't always just spam that. Their jersey, I think, is clean. It reminds me of like the George Gervin era jerseys that they have. I like that they kept all of the font black except for the Frostbank center. This is pretty clean. I gotta give it to them. I'm gonna go A minus here. And the Texas outline too, awesome. I like that. That's cool. Toronto. I feel like the We the North being so many different like angles across the court is a little bit disorienting, I'm gonna say, and I don't really care for it. I don't care for the way the Raptors thing is just like it's a triangle kind of thing. Don't really care for that. But the red is cool, the color scheme is dope. I do like this maple leaf. with the Raptor claw here. So that's fun. We're gonna give this a B. Next up, Utah Jazz, and this is what I mean when I say that if you got a nice purple in your NBA color scheme, you need to spam it. You need to spam it because it looks beautiful. Whatever shade it is, it looks beautiful. This is an S tier easily, even though they have this goofy ass Take Note logo that kind of gets in the way of the mountain range. I think the mountain range has always been the best part of any Utah Jazz jersey or court. So this is S tier. It's S minus because of the Take Note thing, but that's fine. And last but not least, we have the Washington Wizards. This one looks like it's a little bit lacking on the court design a little bit. I feel like you could go more than just the hand and the ball. And then the jersey, a lot's happening. Well, that's the flag of DC, so I get it. But it just feels haphazard. I'm gonna say that. It feels haphazard for a court jersey. So we're gonna go with C. We're gonna go with C. I love the Wizards. We're gonna go with that. All right, so that is the tier list here. We have, again, in S tier, we have the Clippers, Pelicans, Bucks, and Jazz. A tier, we have the Sixers, the Magic, the Hawks, the Hornets, the Grizzlies, the Bulls, the Rockets, Trailblazers, the Spurs. B tier, we have Pacers, Celtics, Nets, Raptors, Cavs, Suns, Knicks, Mavericks, Oklahoma City Thunder. Then in C tier, we have Sacramento. We have Washington, Miami, Denver, Minnesota, and Golden State. And last but not least, in D tier, we have the Pistons and the Lakers. If you guys have any opinions, feel free to let me know. And I appreciate you guys watching to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much. Feel free to support me on Patreon and Nebula. You guys are helping to keep the lights on, and I appreciate that. And thank you for checking out my super secret second channel. I'll see you guys later. Bye!